I didn't get a chance to plant out the potatoes over the weekend. These have nice eyes on them. I have 20 pounds of this, so plenty to go around without having to cut them up. But I was able to get the Adirondack Blue and the Chieftain cut up. I only had 2 pounds of each, so cutting them up will ensure I have more abundance. And they do look a little moldy, but they scabbed over pretty good, so I think that will just sort itself out once it's in the ground. Finally came in the mail. I've been on the fence about getting one, but I did. It's the Presto pressure canner, 23 quarts. Yep, we'll unpack that baby another day. Hi everyone. Didn't get much done over the weekend. Family obligations, everyone's sick. Anyway, today is just a few things that have come up that need to be addressed along with everything else. I had completely forgotten that I had asparagus in this long patch where I have the garlic, elephant garlic here, music in German over there. But I had plugged in some extra asparagus underneath the tomatoes and tomatillos, and you know, they were shaded out and they really didn't do much last year, but they survived, and now they're poking back up, and I didn't see them till now because they really blend in when they're not very big. They blend in really well with the background. But I have 7, I counted, I think 7 of these that I have to rehome, because this is going to be my corn plot, and there's no way they're going to survive being interplanted with the corn. Next, oh yeah, while we're here, I snagged me some free bamboo canes and a rhizome, but don't tell anybody. So I'll have some steaks, materials for steaks in the future after I do some trimming. I don't know, it's windy. This is probably all inaudible. So this space was just supposed to be, you know, greens and flowers, but now that I've got all this extra asparagus, I'm guessing I'm going to be taking up the majority of the backside and possibly the whole bed, since there's so many, for just them, which is okay. I'm not super complaining. So we still have this empty bed. I'm not planting anything out until my plant sale in the middle of the month. So then I'll know if I have any extra plants or if I need to start any more. This is where I have carrots and beets, and something is nibbling the tops of the beets for some reason, and that's not going to affect them greatly, but you know, if they nibble much more, then they'll have no beets. And also carrots, I had a much better germination rate of the carrots like 2 weeks ago, and now they're gone. So I mean, there's still a few here and there, but not nearly as many as was here. This was a full row, 3 rows, pretty well germinated carrots, and now I can count how many carrots are here. So I'm gonna have to put more seeds in. But the main observation for the week are the rhubarb. Now, I mean, I knew this, but at the same time I wasn't in the forefront of my mind, but they flower. They flower if they're in their stress or they're very old. Now this has only been here 2 years, grown from seed, so it's not age. They don't like drought, and we have not been anywhere close to drought, so it's not drought. It could be fertility issue. I felt like these beds were pretty well composted, but I could be wrong. And also the transplant, maybe me having dug up around them may have caused them to be under stress. Oh, some potatoes I plugged in the ground. Little fingerlingy ones are coming up. There's another one over here. But anyway, back to the rhubarb. Okay, so I'm gonna let one. This one's the furthest along. I'm gonna let that go. But I'm gonna cut off any other ones that come up. And it's just a matter of completely breaking the stem off, not leaving any behind, because that will rot and could be problematic for the plant. I'm gonna do that in a little while. Let's see, not all of them. Like this one's fine. That one's fine. Let me check the other bed. So these were transplanted, so I can understand why they would be in shock. The smaller ones are not showing. Possibly a flower in that one. Yeah, they might all flower, but that's okay. Like I said, it doesn't affect the quality of the plant. I mean, if you take it off, the stalk is still actually edible if you let it grow out that far. But I'm gonna take out those flower buds as quickly as possible. Ooh, at least one of the asparagus I transplanted is making it. This little sprig here, can you make it out? Is a sprig. Ah, great, I just damaged it. That is a sprig, so that is life. That is a successful transplant. I did not see anything from the others yet, but that gives me hope. And then I've got, super sad, my sunchoke, or Jerusalem artichoke. I think it's outgrown this pot, but mainly it's the spider mites. The spider mites have gotten to it. I mean, I still have nice growth on top, but the leaves below are very crispy. And so I need to get this into fresh potting soil and really, I mean, I'm putting them outside. I'm hoping that new environment will decrease the spider mite population, and I'm sure this is hardy enough that will survive this shock, but it's disheartening, to say the least. And last but not least, I got a present from one of our cousins over the weekend. She got me several squash plants. This is the, what's it called? Tromboncino? Let me check that. This is a Moroccan pumpkin plant. It's the ones that have really long, like, the first part is really long and then bulbous at the end. So I have several here. I have it outside because the soil had fungus gnats. So I'm hoping they go away. But I am bringing it inside and covering it with some plastic so the fungus gnats stay in there. Well, I'm really hoping the weather really turns and it's nice again. It's still really chilly. It's cloudy and raining all the time. It's not been pleasant to be outside, but there's a lot to do. So I hope, let's see, tomorrow, definitely Thursday looks like a sunny day. And I have another week and a half to harden off my plants for the plant sale. So I really need the weather to cooperate for that. I don't want to jeopardize them, but they need to be hardened off. Plus they're starting to get a little too big to stay inside. Well, let's hope for a better update in a few days. Talk to you all soon. Bye!